Thanks for staying tuned. I'm Stanford Howard with this edition of the HGP Sportscast. We begin with basketball. At the Burnham Hard Court, pace setters ruled supreme last Saturday night in both their divisions over the Eagles. In the Banks DIH Georgetown Amateur Basketball First, Second, and Under 23 Division League. Kristen Macklingham filed this report.
Saturday's fixtures of the Basketball League saw double trouble for Eagles as they went head-to-head with pace setters in the first and second divisions. In the first division encounter, Eagles were the first to have a slight advantage in the game when they took the first quarter by 5 points, 16-11. Pace setter didn't let that keep them down as they played good offensive when they needed to and took the quarter and the lead to end the half on a high 33-28. In the second half, it was Eagles this time who took the lead by 2 points, 54-52. In the final quarter, pace setters made a run for the victory and swept Eagles under the rug as they took the quarter 26-19 to seal the win 78-73. Dave Coskley top scored with 24 points. At the conclusion of the doubleheader between the Eagles and pace setters in the second division, the pace setters carried the momentum and victory over the Eagles with a 73-59 win. It was pace setter from the first whistle as they were the ones with the speed throughout the first half when they basketed 32 points to Eagles 22. The second half was no different from the first as pace setters continued to build their lead and took the game. For HGP Sport, I'm Kristen Macklingham.
Thank you, Kristen. We now switch our attention to football. In the final round-robin stage of the Courts Pee Wee on the 11 tournament on Saturday, Kaluku Primary upset F.E. Pollard and St. Pius dominated Victoria at the Ministry of Education ground, Carifesta Avenue. Javon Vickery filed this report.
The final games before the knockout stage saw great excitement and skill from various schools in the competition, even though 4 schools won by virtue of a walkover. Kolaku and F.E. Pollard Primary youngsters took to the outfield in the heat, and the teams played to a stalemate for the first half of the game. In the second half, much was left to be desired as the clock kept on ticking. Both parents and coaches of the sides were on the sideline supporting the youngsters, hoping for a goal. It was just before the stroke of full time when Jeremiah Parks got one past the goalkeeper to send his side into a frenzy. That was the only goal scored as Kolaku took the game 1-0. Here's what young Parks told reporters about the game.
I feel good because my team work and my coach tell me let's work and try for school.
So how it feels to score the goal?
I feel happy, I feel nice for my team.
And do you think you guys could win the tournament?
Yes, I think that.
Why do you think so?
Because our team is playing good and hopefully we meet in the finals and win.
Another sensational match was between St. Pius and Victoria. It was St. Pius Primary who got the ball rolling early. Chance Niles in the very first minute netted and followed up shortly after with another in the second minute. Caden Wellington then added another 2 goals to give St. Pius 4-0 advantage going into the second half. Victoria managed to net 1 in the second half, but it was far from over as Chance Niles got 1 more to add to a hat-trick under his belt in the 27th minute to give St. Pius the win 5-1. Javon Vickery, HGP Sport.
Thank you, Javon. We continue with football. Guyana Golden Jaguars cemented a big win over the Turk in Caicos Islands on Saturday by 8-0. Sheldon Holder was the man that got things started for Guyana in the 7th minute and managed to end the night with a hat-trick with 2 more goals in the 37th and 45th minute. Also contributing with another hat-trick was Emily Welshman, who scored in the 20th and 69th minute and converted his penalty kick in the 81st minute. The other 2 goals were scored by Tyrone Bob and Kendall Daniels. Now we move over to cricket news. On Saturday, Guyana Jaguars finally got some payback after overpowering Trinidad and Tobago to make it their 4th straight win of the Regional Super 50 cricket tournament. Skipper Leon Johnson and his men, who was upsetted by Trinidad and Tobago in their opening match of the tournament, had a chance to return the favor after they won the toss and elected to bat. Rutherford was the first back into the pavilion for 15, leaving the Jaguars in 31 runs. Skipper Leon Johnson and Trevon Griffith then built an 89-second wicket stance to hold the Jaguars' innings together. The partnership was eventually broken in the 24th over. The middle order batting then made some quick cameos. Barnwell 38, Reefer 66 and Bramell 21 took the Jaguars to 291 for the loss of 8 wickets of their 50 overs. Trinidad and Tobago run chase started wobbly, losing their first wicket in the 4th over. It was Simmons and Mohammed who sought to pull things back a little, but after Simmons 70 who departed in the 28th over to leave Trinidad on 133 for 3, soon turned to 133 for 5 after Pestano picked up a hat-trick, as they lost big hitters Karen Powell and Dwayne Bravo, who was sent back to the pavilion. Trinidad never recovered from those quick wickets as they stumbled to 216 all out in 48 overs. Reporting for the HGP Sportscast, I am Stanford Howard. And finally, West Indies slumped to another heavy defeat to India within 3 days in the second test in Hyderabad. The West Indies post a first innings score of 311, largely due to splendid 7-wicket partnership between skipper Jason Holder, 52, and Royston Chase, 106. They were then met with a counter-attack by India, who made 367 all out. West Indies failed with the bat in their second innings as they continued to struggle with the Indian spin. They managed a second innings score of 127 all out. India got over the target easily in the 17th over. West Indies will now hope for better luck when the ODI series starts on the 21st of October. And that's all we have for this edition of the HGP Sportscast. Do remember, you learn more from losing than winning. You learn how to keep going.